All right, we are now live, and thank you again for joining the Menko. Actually had a nickname for our group, but I forgot it. It was really cute. Menko. Not, I forgot. Oh, next time I'll bring it up. I forgot. I don't write these things down. All right, so today again we have Mike, and Ryan. Again, thank you for joining, guys.
Pleasure.
Um, so today we had mentioned this last time that we could probably talk about our Menko pickups. I do have a bunch I want to share. Hope you guys do as well. And then we can maybe talk about some more stuff after pickups. I guess we could start with pickups, but um, how have you guys been?
I've been good.
Yeah.
Just rolling along. So spring is here finally. So it's nice. Baseball started. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, going well here too in California. A little slower than I thought in March for pickups as far as Menko, but pulled out some neat stuff today to show too.
Nice stuff that we haven't seen in the YouTube channel.
Yeah, just a little different variety.
Nice.
Yeah, I told Ryan that I wanted to see more of his what are those little things you had in those little booklets, and they have the little location on it. Ryan,
Are you booklets and the location?
there was a little whatchamacallit, they came in a box, and there was like maybe 50 or 25 of those little location things.
Yeah, like the little the souvenir cards, the one that I had in my my YouTube video a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty neat, pretty fun to collect too.
Nice.
Did you say you had done those before, or is that the first one you've done of those?
The first one I've done of that set or of that particular style, but I have maybe 20, 25 different sets.
Really? Of just those kinds? Wow.
So,
man.
Yeah, just souvenir things. You know, if you go to a popular tourist area, they would sell those boxed sets of cards. Pretty cool. So sometimes you get, obviously a lot of Mount Fuji, a lot of Tokyo, a lot of Kyoto. So not a ton of variety in different places, but on occasion I'll pick them up if they're a good price and interesting subject.
And the video I commented on, was that the first video you did on those, or did you do previous ones?
I did, yeah. The first one one I'd done on those. First video I was done on that, yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Dan? You've been busy picking stuff up?
You guys, I've been spending too much money.
It's never too much when you love it, right?
I suppose. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna die, right? So enjoy it. But
I'll take it with you.
Yeah. I've been mostly buying baseball this month. I have like 4 or 5 magazines and 3 or 4 Baseball Menko at Brai that I bought this month that I haven't received yet. But I do have a couple. I have like 3 books and some other than the stuff. So I showed you all the non-sport a few days ago on that live on the live feed. That was all my non-sport that I bought last month. But this month I have mostly all baseball.
Well, let's see it, man.
Yeah.
Get it started.
Should I start?
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys know, the main guys I collect, and I was telling this to Mike before we started on my blog, which is started off all Korean for the most part. I have added anytime I pick up one of my main guys, which is Nagashima, Kaneda. Again, I told him I was going to do this, so I'm going to go to my blog right now. Please bear with me. So on my blog, I added some Menko player collections. So I added Shiga Nagashima, Masachi Kaneda, Katsuya Nomura, Kazuhisa Inao, Kazuhiro Yamauchi, Isao Harimoto, and Masaki Koyama. Kaneda and Inao and Koyama are the pitchers. The others are hitters. I'm sure you guys know most of those guys. And those are all the guys that are like top, like have the most war in MPB history. They have Menkos, I should say, from the 50s and 60s. So those, obviously, there's older ones like Besso and Beto that I'm not as into, like some of you guys might be for the pre-war stuff. But I'm definitely into the more modern, honestly modern, but 50s and 60s guys. So every time I get one of those cards of those guys, I add it to the blog. So whatever you see on my blog list is a card that I have that are all unique. It's like a unique list, and I put them in chronological order, even if the JCM number is are mixed up. So I put those in order by year. And I have like I just made gifts of 1958, 1959, 1960, and I put cards under each of those as you scroll down the page. But I have decided to add cards I don't have, and I was doing that last night. So oftentimes you'll come across stuff you want in your collection. I'll download the front and the back. I'll put them together, and now I've decided to add those to the blog, but add them very small so I know I'm missing them, and I'll just say need above the card, so it's easier for me to track what I have and don't have that way. Because you guys know, a lot of these are just description, and you can't go by the backs.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm planning to do with that. So let's start off. So this is probably other than cars, this is probably my favorite acquisition. This is I don't know what year, maybe you could tell me, but this is a magazine, vintage, of Kazuhisa Inao. So I love these vintage magazines. I have more in the back, but and I have another magazine here, but and then of course you have the ads on the back. It looks like cigarettes, but I'm not sure what these are. Oh, no, they're not cigarettes. Might be some kind of Mitsubishi speakers. I'm not sure what they are, but on the inside, all these really old pages. I don't want to tear this up, but it's just you guys know how these look typically. But I was when I see a really cool cover of a magazine that I want to like display in the back here, I love these. I can't get enough of these. And I think I paid around maybe $10 for these, maybe 1,400 yen. So if I could get a good deal on something like a magazine, I will. But I haven't had much time to look through all these. I can't read Japanese, of course, but I just love looking at these pictures and the text and seeing how this stuff looks.
Oh, is this thing working? Oh, now I'm working.
There you are.
Welcome back.
I was wondering why this thing wasn't working.
I'm just showing my pickups. I guess I'm going first, and then someone else could go next. All right. So
I was just gonna say that's probably 60s because they got glossy color printing.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I'm not.
I think 50s is really dull and like really just either black or white. It's like hand painted.
Okay.
Because it's much cheaper.
Yeah, I think his rookie year was around 54 or 55. I'm not positive, but I think it was around there, 54. But most of his Menkos came around 56, 57. His rookie. Well, again, I think he has his 55 card, but I don't own it, but I would like to. But so 50. I think 57 might be his earliest Menko that I have. So this was probably my favorite magazine pickup.
That's awesome.
All right,
Very
so
cool.
I'm sorry.
We were just concurring in how awesome it is.
Yeah, it is. I love those. I love those.
All right, so I sent you guys the links to some of these other cards, other what I thought were comic books, but they are actually this thick. They're like a book, but there's comics inside. And so the first one, so I bought two because of who was on the cover, and the comic inside is about that player. So I have Masashi Kaneda. Yeah, this one is number 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's number 10.
Yeah.
The other one, which I'm not going to show you, is number 2. Oh, you maybe saw his face. But and on the back it says Golden Players Club. Golden Players Club. And so this is Kaneda, 400 win pitcher. Arguably him or Starfin. I don't know who you want to argue, but those two are probably the best two pitchers in.
Do you know about the Golden Players Club? Like what it is?
There I saw when I saw where did I buy these? I bought them on I think JYA or Mercari. That's where I get most of my stuff. But there were like maybe there were more than 10. There was someone had like a whole like a picture of them. And there was like a long list.
Yeah,
of them.
the Golden Players Club's like a secondary Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Because they kind of got annoyed with like journalists like not voting in like the best. So you have to reach certain accolades and then you're immediately in the Golden Players Club.
Yeah,
it's like 2,000 hits, 2,000 strikeouts.
2,000. I think it's 2,000 hits and 200 wins or
200
saves.
wins.
Yeah, or saves, I think, right?
Do you guys know how
be.
many? Obviously, I know Japan plays less games than pros. Do you know how many games these guys played back in the day, like in the 50s and 60s?
Maybe
year?
more than they do now.
We can go back and look it up. It's not that hard to find. But
right.
I don't know off the top of my head.
I just know that these guys were pitching like what 40, 50 games a year.
Yeah,
well, maybe before these guys, but yeah, I mean, these guys they had amazing stats, and they'd have like a sub 2 ERA and throwing 400 innings or something. But what's cool is like So the inside comic book is actually, this is K, for the no, so I know the K is Canada, but not the K doesn't mean Canada, but so he was on the Swallows, right? The back then. What do you guys know what they were called back then? Was it Yakult?
I
It
think so.
might have started with a K. I think Yakult like bought him later, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not. I should know these, but I need to do a better job of studying back on the history of these players, admittedly. But yeah, so these are Nagashima makes an appearance in this as well.
Oh
But,
yeah,
Oh, they were the
Yeah.
Kokutetsu Swallows. So
Kokutetsu. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So he's playing. Looks like he's playing against the Giants, and yeah, so it's Tokyo. But yeah, so it's really cool. I can't read it, but just having him on the cover, and then on the inside, the comic with him. So that's really fun. And the other one, I have is another now. This is the other now I have. So I really like this image. I like I'm not sure if this is a paint. It looks like a painting. I don't know what the graphic, but and then on the inside, it's all of him as well. So there's Nitetsu Lions. So there's is a comic portrayal. So no, I really like these. I had no idea they're going to be this thick, but because I had thought about just buying them, thought they were thin, and we're just going to put them up here. But no, they're cool nonetheless. I like the graphics. That's why I bought it. And if it's thick, it's thick.
What year? What year are they from? Does it look like?
Let's take a look. Not sure. Is it from? Do you know how? Do you guys know about books? Is it from
Does it look more modern, or is it look more
I
vintage?
think they're a more modern release. I think I've seen them before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they
I
make
don't know.
Yukai's like a mid 2000s. They made it. Golden Players Club.
You're right, because it says 2000 right here. I don't know if that's a year.
It might be 200 hits.
Yeah, it might be when they established it, maybe.
Oh no, yeah. You're maybe 200.
Oh yeah,
and
200. Yeah, I see that.
Or 200
you're right
wins.
there.
Hits, or-
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a year here. I'm not sure. I can take a look when you guys start talking, so I'll do that. All right. So those are the three. I think those are the three magazines that I received. So I guess I'll go on to my baseball cards, and I'll go one by one. I won't take too much time, but I just want to show you what I picked up. And these might be things I have not shown you, but I maybe I picked up prior than last month. So this is one of the bigger rounds with Canada. Not sure who the other batter is, but I think it's the bigger one of the. Remember there's a bigger and smaller. This is the bigger one. So I bought that one for Canada, and this one for Nagashima.
Nice.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
You always have such good quality. So many of mine I get are. I mean, I love them.
Well, I do have a couple bad ones I want to replace. While we're here, I might have shown you these. These are more Nagashimas. So this is even bigger round of Nagashima. This one's in nice condition.
Nice.
Are all those cataloged, or are some of them uncatalogued?
So, some are uncatalogued.
Okay.
But I think these are cataloged. So here's one that I have, but it's kind of beat up in the back. You can see there's wrinkles and stuff. But I would like to. It's not. It's not terrible, but I would like to replace it sometime. But I'd rather buy something I don't have before I replace this.
Yeah.
So those are the big rounds. So, all right, some of these are doubles that I'm going to try and sell or trade. So most of these are of my PC player collection players. So I got this. And again, I don't know all the years on these. How about whoever's talking, I'll make us big. Okay. How do I do this? Is it me solo layout? Okay.
There you go.
All right. So again, this is come on.
You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I wish it would come in clearer though. All right. So that's one.
You show the backs on these two?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, nice. Yep.
I guess that's two bat Menko, I'm guessing.
Yep, that's too bad.
4. All right. Here's another two bat Menko.
Nice.
This one's
I love the stadium backgrounds of suckers.
Yeah, that's the stadium bat one.
Massive lights.
31005. All right. I think you could tell me which set this is by seeing the back. This the like next 10 I'm showing you are from the 10 I posted on Facebook. Oh, not Facebook, on Twitter with when they came in the black page.
Yeah.
So we're like a pack of 10 I bought, and I think I got them for around $140.
Oh.
I feel like that's a real iconic one of his. I see
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
That's just gorgeous. Like
Both
red
of these
background.
are- I don't know if they're from the same set, but they have the similar backs. They might be different by a year or two.
Oh yeah, those are the ones that there's like
Flight
A, B,
back.
C, D. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. And then I know that the A, B, or C, D could be like within like a 4-year span, right? Something like that.
I was a lot younger there.
Yeah.
I can just get a photo, but
Nice.
it's a good set.
I don't know if this is a rookie or not. Like I said, I get confused. Some of these are 58s and some are 59s. And then when I get 59s, I think they might be 58s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, these are. Oh no, not the same. Not the same.
No, they're different, but that one has the symbol on it.
This is a scoreboard back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I love those scoreboard backs.
I don't know if this is he has one that's. I don't know if this is a duplicate from the first one, but he has one that's similar. Yeah, it looks like a duplicate. Actually, this one doesn't have borders. The other one does. So I guess I do need both.
Yeah, 2 different sets.
Yeah.
Or subsets.
70501.
Yeah.
Motor show. Yeah.
Auto show.
I know. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, as much as I do love the stadiums, but I also love when this color pops on the background on some.
Oh yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, if I had to choose of those style, I prefer the solid backgrounds or the colorized backgrounds, I guess, as well, as opposed to the natural ones. I don't know why. It just has that very unique aesthetic.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's
not as many action shots, in
right.
a lot of those sets, and so when you see them, it's awesome.
I do love portraits too, by the way. So I'm something as simple as this.
Oh yeah, no, it's great.
Pitching.
Oh, I love the pitching backs.
It's got a winter stamp on the back too.
Yeah,
winter stamp.
Is that a winter stamp?
Yeah, it's a winter stamp.
Yeah, the little 3 on there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it looks like. Do you and Ryan? You might know better since you've seen more of these. It seems like if they're marked through, if the winter stamp is marked through, like some are and some aren't. Is that always the implication that it was redeemed? Like the store owner marked through it to say, okay, yeah, I've given you your prize, versus
Correct.
the ones that aren't.
Yeah, typically when you see like a marker running through it, that means the store owner redeemed it and then gave it back to the kid.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So finding the number ones unredeemed,
yeah,
that's kind of your premium on a back.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I did want to show you, so I have 2 of these, and I think they're both from this. I think they're both the same set because they both have no borders. But I did want to show you that. Okay, so one I guess does have a price stamp, but they do have different colors. This one's green back, and this is
brownish.
Brownish. Yeah.
Yeah. Same for this. There's a Sumo version of that set. They both have green and brown backs.
Does the Sumo version have pitching grips, or is it something else?
That's a great question.
Because that'd be really cool if it had pitching grips.
Yeah.
Or actually, it'd be even cooler if it had like the Sumo equivalent. I don't know what that is, but some sort of Sumo grip or move or something.
There's a number 2.
Yeah, the Sumo ones have Sumo wrestling moves on those. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That was one I was just showing you.
Yeah, I want to see those. So this is number 2.
Sequence, isn't it?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 2.
Yeah.
Very common one.
Oh, very cool.
I love those sequence ones.
This might, I don't know if you call this one iconic, but it's a great shot.
Oh yeah, no, that's a great one. There's very few full body shots like that are portraits like that. You tend to see them like running or fielding or something.
Yeah,
very cool.
This is going to.
Yeah, love that one too. I think I have that one. I do.
All right, we're about halfway there. Now we're done with Nagashima. Now we're on to Ino.
Nice.
Blank. I think this is considered a bromide. It's a blank back.
Yeah, if it's blank, it's got to be right. Assuming it's not skin.
Interesting. The Japanese actually called the color ones bromides too. So,
right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The pictures are the actual ones that are true bromides. The one that just kind of a picture.
Yep.
Photographic picture. Oh, cool.
That's a good one.
I should know who these other Giants players are. They're not Owen Nakashima by now.
No, that one I was just looking at that one the other day. And the interesting thing about that is they're not teammates. They're opponents.
Huh.
Yeah, I forgot. Is it? I forgot his name. I should know it. All right, that was it. So I just had those three. Now we're on to Kaneda.
I love that. I just got that in a lot for stupid cheap. I love that.
The one with the two Nagashimas? Or two Kanedas? Yeah.
Mercari, did you not? Well, you probably already had them. I got it.
I had one of them. I didn't want to. You got a good deal.
That looks like a painting almost.
Yeah, I love that one. That is such a good shot.
Trying to get it in focus. But yeah, this is a really nice one. And then pitching back.
Yeah, cool.
I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I love Menko.
I don't recall seeing this before. It's not. It's not on. I think it's.
Oh, is that?
That writing? Is that all a stamp?
It might be a stamp. Yeah,
that is the biggest stamp I've ever seen.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that.
Looks like a store.
I'm not sure.
You should try and. It looks pretty clean. Try Google imaging that one. See if you can translate it.
I've never used Google Image. I need to learn how to do that.
Oh, it's super easy. It's so helpful.
Okay.
That's how I know practically anything about these cards. Oh yeah. Gosh.
Now this was import. This was import, right?
That's a winter stamp on there.
Yeah,
that's a number 2.
Oh, it's a winter stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, the import stamps weren't numbered like that, were they?
Or were they the really small ones?
Yeah, they were really small, tiny numbers. Yeah, that's a winter stamp.
Okay, yeah. All right, now that was it. Now we're on to, I don't know. It looks like I only have one Nomura, this one.
Nice. Every time I see that cap, I think it's the Yankees.
All right, now this is, what's his name? I think this is Koyama.
Nice. Sort of that.
Is this the Who Am I?
Yeah, the Yamakatsu.
Yeah, with the home plate on the back.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice set. I like how it's almost like the pictures almost look like pastels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they kind of have that sort of smudged look to them almost. It's nice.
This different type of the pitching backs or the.
Ooh, what set is that? Is that cataloged?
I believe it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
It looks familiar. It's nice.
Maybe I just haven't seen it with the. I'm assuming there's like different kinds of players, and I just maybe haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think that might be the only one I have.
Mm-hmm.
I like those.
All right, now we're on to Nakanishi.
Oh yeah, seen that one. That red just pops.
Yeah. Or now I'm on to Ito.
Another stadium back. Yeah. That's real sharp.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have 3 of him. Oh, this is a duplicate. Okay. All right, these are the other 2 of him.
Nice.
I got it. All right, 2 more. I guess I can cut this to make it look neater.
Oh, yeah, that looks like it probably came from a prize sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it might have a. Oh, no.
I don't know that back.
I've never seen that back. Maru 10?
You're right.
That's definitely not in the guide. That's uncatalogued. That looks so unique. Unless I'm just totally missing it.
But it looks like a normal one that would have a.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Actually, the text looks like it's inset a little too much for the normal ones, right?
Yeah, that's.
I'd have to go back and look, but that definitely looks uncatalogued to me.
When I saw this, I overpaid for this single one that I got here in my hand, but it also had another Nagashima that I already had. But so I got anyway. When I saw this, I had to get it because I never seen it before.
Huh, nice.
And you'll think this is
plain color on that.
You'll think this is plain fact, but it is not. Look at that.
Okay, that's definitely uncatalogued. I've never seen that before. What is it like? It's like a laurel leaf in the background or something.
Is it
yeah. I guess.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
One more time.
Man, it's pretty thick too.
Yeah, I'd say it looks really thick for a.
Yeah, that's a great Menko.
I've never seen that. Wow.
Right. Oh, and I guess I can show you this to you. I bought this assuming, and I believe it was labeled Nagashima, but I don't think it specifies it in the blog. This is cataloged, this set.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 years. I think there's 3 years that look like this, like 58, 59, 60. And this is the front. Can you guys confirm that's Nagashima or no?
Can't see the writing.
It's out of focus a little bit.
I'm sorry, on the front or back? There's no writing on the. There was nothing to say. Oh, I'm sorry.
What is that on the yellow? I can't see that.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, that says Nagashima.
Yeah, that's Nagashima.
All right, awesome. So this will go on my stack and upload it to my blog.
Assuming there's Nagashima right-handed batter from that era, that looks like him.
Maybe they switched.
I guess I'll share these too. All right, these are more modern. You guys know who this is?
Tuffy.
Tuffy Rose.
Oh, is it Tuffy? Oh yeah, Tuffy
BBM.
Rose.
BBM.
Nice.
The corner has a little ding, which I'm annoyed about, but it's a 96 BBM. So I do have some of his cards. I do have a bunch of his cards, and then I have to be honest, I don't know a lot about the more modern guys aside from Ichiro, Hideki, Shohei. All the guys who were not superstars, but this guy is a superstar, and I bought the premium BBM rookie edition of Hayato Sakamoto.
Nice.
And he had really good numbers. I think he might have recently retired. This card is from 2007.
No, he's still going.
Oh, is he still going? Yeah. So
he's chasing 3,000 now.
Yeah. So no, he's having an amazing career.
How close is he, Mike?
I think he's going to need at least like a couple more seasons.
Oh, really? Okay.
He's only 30. He's 34 now. He's at. Never mind. He's at 2,100. He could get there if he keeps playing.
Yeah.
He's at 34.
Japanese players usually go into their 40s, so.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, same with Koreans. All right. So these are some die cuts and rounds and GCMs. I'll just go through these rather. I was going to make a video on these, but I haven't. Here's one of the equation and circle that I needed. That wasn't. I don't think this one was in the 2.1 catalog, but it is in the 3.0 catalog. Now the die cuts I have. I think the set is. I remember. I know we put it on the Discord. And
those blue shoes. Does he have blue shoes and striped socks? Is that what that is? Oh, that's awesome. I don't know why that's awesome, but that's awesome.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. From late 40s, I think those are.
Yeah, 48, 49, usually somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
And then the back has pencil writing all over it.
Like most of them.
All right. This is a different set. This is from this set.
Oh, yeah. God, I love these die cuts. Oh, this is one of my favorite sets with just like the face that's like a realistic looking face, sort of just like stuck on a cartoon body. I love it.
All right, so these I think I might have put them on the Discord. So these are all from this set. I believe it's I think Ryan, you told me it was definitely not. I'm sorry, Mike told me this was definitely not in the catalog.
Yeah, that's definitely uncatalogued. Nothing that elaborate.
Yeah. And then
cool. What's the front one? Nice. Wow.
was this one looks different from the other two. I don't know.
A little bit, but
yeah. All right, and so these two are Action Baseball JCM1. Chiba and Fujimura, and then obviously
these were new ones for you.
I believe so. Yeah.
Nice.
And I did win more on eBay, so I have a bunch of stuff going to my friend. I sold a lot more Menko in the US that my friend will ship to me eventually, and that'll be a fun opening. But yeah, so I love putting. This is a big set, as you guys know, so I'm happy to get some more of these. And then another of the I forgot what you call this one. Headshot Baseball.
Headshot with the name like that. Yeah.
Kawanishi. Yeah.
I love the little puffs of.
Yeah, whatever those are.
Whatever it is to imply running, swinging, just action.
Yeah. Right.
What I like about them too is so that was during the occupation era. So they tried to Romanize a lot of the language for kids to learn English, and probably for soldiers and GIs to learn Japanese names too.
Yeah.
So I love.
By the way, I think I showed you last time. I had a lot of Kanikoman. So these are all different Kanikoman. And what I didn't realize is, I guess these are all the same. So this from this set.
Right. Yeah.
So these are all different. So I'm going to start the process of learning. I know some of the wrestlers, but so this one, I forgot his name, of course. So this one would be like maybe I'll start naming them like Ramen Man Screaming with Fists or something. So I'll start making my own set for this one with the set names, because I have so many already. So I guess I'll start doing that in like an Excel spreadsheet or something. I think that might be about all if I have more, I guess I could come in later. So how about somebody else go next?
Cool.
Okay, bye.
Brian, go ahead.
Just got a few.
Okay.
So I picked these up. Mike, you were talking about the superimposed head. So these are sumo wrestlers with a superimposed head.
Dan, can you make his screen?
I'm sorry,
yeah. I probably so.
No, you only get the small square.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but not me. Hold on. Oh no. Hold on. Group. No. Hold on. I'm trying. How do I? Okay, here we go. Solo layout.
There
you go. Superimposed head.
I love those.
There's a Yokozuna, Yoshibayama.
But so I forgive my ignorance with sumo. What do you call what they're wearing from the waist down? Is that
the mawashi, and that's a belt. That's a tsuna.
Okay, because those are always like you had a really early set the other day. One of your videos that had these elaborate like koi or just amazing artwork on that portion of it. I was like, good Lord, that's awesome.
Yeah, some of these are pretty. So this is sets from 1957. Yeah. This is a Kagome set. So I picked up a bunch of these. Picked up the prize sheet too, and I picked up the unopened box of these too. So, but these are some of the loose ones out of there.
Nice.
Now, Yokozuna, is that, what does that mean?
I'm not sure.
I always thought it was like a sumo rust.
Yeah, definitely the grand champion. That's kind of how it's loose.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Yokozuna was an actual person, but it means like he's the best.
There's a literal translation. But yeah,
there was a American wrestler named Yokozuna, I think, who was in like WWE. Yep. So yes, but no. Awesome.
So picked up some of those. I got some. Got some 1930s sumo wrestling postcards.
That's amazing.
I think I have these sets. I can't remember why I picked these up. I don't have this one in the set, so I think these are just some set fillers. Here's another Yokozuna Mina no Gawa. So I think this set's from 1935 or 36 on this set. Yeah, and I don't think it's coming up too well there.
No, we can see it all right. It's okay. If you put it in front of your face, it might show up a little bit.
I don't know if you guys have heard of Chiyono Fuji, sumo wrestler. Probably one of the top 3 all-time Yokozunas. Anyway, I picked up this 1976
There you go.
Trump card set or playing card set, and it's got his what we call in the sumo card world his debut card.
Oh wow!
Rookie card. So this is his very first card ever made of him.
Really?
Fuji. So in baseball, you got all the Calbee and the Yamakatsus in the 1970s, but we only had one set in the 70s. I guess a couple of Menko set, but there was a Calbee set from 1973, and then after that, we don't get any sets except for these playing card sets. So some people like to collect these, but there's all the different wrestlers in these sets, and they produced them every year and printed them, and so.
Is it the same printing, same company, or?
Yeah. This one, the early ones are Alaska Playing Card Company made them. And I'm not sure who printed them, but they all pretty much have identical backs throughout all the years. So it's pretty cool. So there's they've started them in '73 and they continue today to print these. So
nice. So
I picked up some of those. You guys might find this one pretty interesting. I've never seen it before. So it's I don't even know how it's.
Oh my god!
It's like a game sheet. So if you look at the top,
yeah, I can see it.
You got different numbers. So on the, I guess would be my right, your left, it has 45. So when you go down and you pull the little tabs of those like little ninja guys, when there's actually pictures on the back of those, and you would pull them off and try to, I don't know why, if it was some sort of game, but when you popped them off and turned them over, there would be a picture of each one of the guys on the top. And so there was 45 different images of that ninja. Ricky Dozan only has 5 images. Taiho has 4. You can see the Nagashima there. There's 3 images of Nagashima hidden somewhere in all those prize cards at the bottom. I think Robert Fuller too.
I've never seen that.
The guy is on the, but it's kind of cool.
That is amazing.
From the early 60s, as you can tell.
I'll send you my address. I'll send you one.
But I didn't do this. It actually came kind of separated, but you can kind of see the images there.
Oh wow!
So when you would, again, I don't know what this game was for, but you would rip off or tear off one of the pictures of the ninjas at the bottom and then flip it over and see who you got. So that's kind of cool.
That's amazing. I have never seen that.
Yeah, I've never seen it before, so I had to pick it up. This is something I've been collecting for a while. Hopefully I can get it up here. So, and I've got 30, 40, 50s of these, but these are yukata bolts, like the kimono.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But they put pictures of famous celebrities on the yukata. And so I've got singers, actresses, baseball players, sumo wrestlers.
How many yukatas do you have?
Oh, I've got 50 some different yukata bolts with 50 different kind of.
Do you have a sense for what era this was from? Like what?
Yeah, these are all from the mid 60s. So they probably only made them for less than half a decade.
Oh wow!
But is that O?
No, wait, no, that's Nagashima.
That's Nagashima. Yep, sorry. So, but yeah, the bolts and kind of you can see the company of the bolt there. But anyway, I pick them up more for the card.
That's amazing.
Is this Nagashima too? I'm kind of terrible with the.
Yeah,
that looks like him. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see it's got the giants, but it's all these like fabric. So a lot of these are uncatalogued.
I'm sure they are. Yeah, there's no way that's cataloged.
I don't know if my blurring's kind of showing that at all, but
there you go. As soon as you put it in front of your face, it shows right up.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that's
much better viewing when it's in front of your face.
Yeah. There you go. Right, I don't know who this is. Yeah. This is a. Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Anybody read that? I don't
know who that is.
Giants player, because it's Giants packaging.
Okay.
But yeah, that I've got I've been picking up these, but some early. So here's a Taiho, so it's Sumo wrestler.
So it's just like
is that
early.
Is that his facsimile signature?
Yeah, those are all facsimile signatures. And then here's kind of
early NIL, right?
Yeah, right.
Early sponsorships.
But yeah, I guess they're supposed to depict the fabric that they're wearing in the picture, and they're trying to sell that. So that's kind of some of the pickups that I've had recently.
Can I ask how much those average?
Yeah, they're $10-$20 each. I mean, shipping over to the States is probably your biggest.
Yeah, so those seem pretty heavy. That's a couple.
Heavy, yeah,
couple kilos.
So I usually pick up one every month or two if I see one pop up that's pretty interesting.
Ryan, I'll mention here just the chat here with some folks actually watching us and chatting, saying that these are similar to what they've seen like in bars and fire halls. There you go. Like they're like punch boards. Like you pay and you pull something and you pull one off, and whatever is on the back you get something for it. And then the rarer ones you get, maybe it's a pot, or maybe they
yeah. Let me
you get a beer in the house. I mean, I don't know what they were gambling, but you know, that's awesome.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That totally. I mean, the fact that there are odds of what you're getting totally make that it would have to be some form of bingo, gambling, whatever, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yep. So there's 60 tabs, I guess, if you call them that, to pull, and you can see the number of each one at the top.
So cool.
There's only about 3 Nagashima.
I don't think it was a coincidence that Nagashima was 3.
Yeah, right. No, makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So this again probably from 61 or 62. If I had to guess, maybe a little later.
Given the ones that are on there, especially Nagashima early, but is it Robert Fuller? Is that the cowboy on there? Yeah, that seems much more in line with like the late 50s, early 60s, because that's when those westerns were on TV. Far more likely that he would be on there because they'd even recognize him, I would think.
And I think Ricky Dozon was killed in 62, so that's why I was thinking this is early 60s.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, that's kind of neat.
Wow.
That's all I got.
That's awesome, man.
Mike, over to you.
Mike, I will put you on. Oh, hold on. I guess I have to come back to groups.
Which Mike?
I'm sorry, Mike. Are you there? The other Mike?
Oh, me. Hi.
All right. Hey, there he is. I thought you died.
Yeah, I was just watching.
Okay. Let's see. You want to do Kai Bai Bo? Who wants to do Kai Bai Bo? I'm sorry, Kai Bai Bo in Korean is rock, scissors, paper. Mike or Mike? Okay. I guess Kufrei, I'll have you go next.
Sure.
Okay, there we go.
All right. I have way too much stuff, so I just have to randomly pick some stuff. Anyways,
only 43 minutes in. Go
ahead. So I love the die cut Menkos, and just always have. And so I came across this set. I hadn't seen it before. I'm sure it's a little bit more common. It's not baseball, but it's basically like all Olympic sports. So you have like, like a runner. This is the back. Like it says 10,000 meters on the bottom, but I don't think that's indicative of what the event is necessarily. Right. And I haven't taken the time to translate these yet, but
never seen that one.
Suie, I think swimming.
And this is discus.
Wow.
Their funky shoes. And like it says 150 meters. Do you throw a discus 150 meters? I don't know, but here's hammer throw dude with this awesome pencil thin mustache.
Those are so cool.
I mean, in 80 meters, maybe. I don't know if you throw a hammer 80 meters or not, but there you go. This is starting blocks for a run. Again, this does say 200 meters, so maybe it's more accurate than I'm giving it credit for. I don't know.
Did you buy all these in a lot?
Yeah, it was all one lot. And this one is hurdles. See the bottom of his shoe there and the hurdle going across. Again, 400-meter hurdles makes sense. We got a pole vault here.
Oh, wow.
He looks kind of scared. I don't think he really likes you feel like he's here against his will, is what that looks like. I don't know.
A bamboo pole, too.
I know, right? It does look like a bamboo pole. Which, I mean, maybe that would work. And 10 meters again does, I guess, kind of makes sense. And then this one is in the lot too. It is not an Olympic sport, but it's American football, which I was really surprised to see. And then 750 meters, you know, it says rugby, but that's not rugby, you know.
I was thinking rugby when you showed it. With
the helmet though, they didn't. I mean, maybe
I thought well,
I mean, it could be. And in many ways, I think that because there's another round Menko I've seen out there that I've seen attributed like Otto Graham, which I don't know how they get Otto Graham out of it because there's name's nowhere on it, but it says rugby on the front. So I don't know if that was just sort of a universal term for American football. Was this rugby? I don't know, but so that was a pretty cool find. This is one that I'm still not entirely sure what it is definitively. But when I bought the set, it didn't have dimensions listed, and so I thought it was bookmarks. Like I thought it was larger bookmarks. But these are much, much smaller, and they're like the gum. You know, you've seen the gum cards. Baseball. Yeah, and so these are all—they're not baseball themed. They're all like '60s era television shows. And this is the back. It's not a gum back. It's definitely like a Menko style back. But if you look at like the baseball gum cards, they don't look like this. So I've never seen anything like this before. But this is, I think this is Condor Man.
I think you're right.
This is under Cement 8823, which for the life of me, I don't know what 8823 means, but that's what his name is. This is an unknown to me robot dude. I haven't figured that one out yet.
Do they all have the number 1 point on them?
I'm sorry, I should no. So like under Cement had a 2 and there's an 11, but everything else there's the top is different. This is the same, which I'm like, is that a manufacturer? I don't know.
That's a point that says 2 points, 11 points.
Oh, that's points. Okay.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you like collect those to trade them in for a prize or something.
Maybe. And so this is Jaguar Eyes. Again, 6 points. I don't know what this character is yet. I haven't translated the top yet, but here's an Astro Boy, which is pretty awesome, but he's 0 points. So go figure. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I can't remember this guy's name off the top of my head, but it's one of the samurai TV shows. This is one I need to figure out what this blue demon guy is that appears above and behind. I see it on a lot of different cards with different characters, but it's just this blue demon head that appears throughout a variety of different subjects. But and another, I think this is Crescent Moon. This is a comedian. His name is slipping my mind. And it might be Tengu, Toma Tengu, I think is his name, but he was a comedian from an era. And then this guy, who's like a Magnum PI / pirate / whatever. I can't. Akuba Doji, I think. Is that right? No. I'll look it up later. It's a TV show, and I can't remember his name. But anyway, so that's that set. So it's just really, I've never seen Menko cards that small, that unique, and that specific. And whether it's Menko or something else, another different game, I don't know. But thought that was really cool. And then lastly, I came across these in a very large lot that I got that was mostly 70s Menko. They ran the gamut, but these are just so Toko-chan caramel cards. They're like sport flicks of like, this is like a sort of a Godzilla like.
That's awesome.
You see that there? And so this is what the backs look like. I haven't translated the whole thing, but I have looked these up. These are specific to a candy, a Toko-chan.
Can you estimate a year on that?
They're in the 70s. I know that. I can't recall exactly, and I've got duplicates of some of these, but not all of them are working. But I've seen like the packaging of what they came in. recently, but I mean, I've got a whole bunch of them. But it's everything from like dinosaurs to the
Mike,
to the monsters.
You can answer this. Have you seen Speed Racer Menkos?
Have I seen Speed? Yes, actually, I have seen some. I haven't seen very many, to be honest with you. Now, that is not indicative of true scarcity or not, because I'm purely just going off of what I just have gotten in the lots that I've purchased. But I mean, I currently have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 10,000 Menkos, mostly non-sport. And I think I have maybe like 3 or 4 Speed Racer Menkos. So they're out there, but yeah. I don't have many. I haven't seen many.
Right.
And I'm on Yahoo Auctions and Mercari and all those a lot, and I just don't see them much. So I don't know, again, if that's because they're truly rare or not, but or just highly coveted and kept. So, but that's what I had to show. So,
alrighty, let's go back.
Very cool.
Yeah, those are just all new to me, different and unique. So that's what I like. I love finding, especially those Toko-chans. They were literally like they were nowhere in the pictures that I bought of that lot because it was so big, and just lo and behold, they're just like a big old stack of them in the bottom of this box, and I was just like, "Whoa, that's cool."
There's some cultural appropriation. The WF Yokozuna.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the Rock and his family. Like I saw a tweet about this the other day that it's basically like his extended family is just like this massive, like sort of conglomerate within WWE, WWF, and I didn't realize Yokozuna was his cousins. Doesn't surprise me though. So,
all right, Skelerads, Mike.
There I am, I think.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get you.
God, I need to shave. Christ.
There you go. All right, what you got for us?
Okay, so I was in Japan last month for a bit over 2 weeks. Surprisingly, there's not much Menko to be found just walking around in like secondhand shops, which is where I mainly go because it's way more fun than just going to like actual card shops.
Oh, I totally agree.
Surprisingly, I went to 2 mint stores and they had no like modern card boxes even. Like just none. They're completely wiped out. I think they're getting ready for 2023 and nothing.
What were they selling then at the mint store?
Just singles. Like
really? Huh.
I did get 2 packs of Tops NPB, which I'm a hater of, but I mean when it was all they had. So like that's rookie, but like you know, their colors actually pop better on the NPB cards. I have no idea why. Like if you've ever seen like a modern Topps Chrome color card, like it's kind of dull. For some reason, these are like way brighter. Oh, and on the subject of sumo wrestlers, and when I was in Osaka, the tournament, the Osaka Basha was going on.
Yeah.
And you can actually, when you're going around town, you can see the sumo wrestlers walking to the stadium.
Yeah.
And they are massive. Like I'm short, but I have a friend that's 6'4", and there was one literally towering over him, like at least another like 6 inches. And he was just like, "What is going on here?" Like I swear there was one guy like you could like I swear the earth was like quaking. Like it was not a fun time. It was horrifying. And then you're stuck at the train, like you know the street crossing next to them, and it's just like, dude. Vape Cod League? Yeah, my coworker went to Cape Cod, and they always bring me back like a baseball shirt or a minor league shirt, or nice. Wherever. My coworkers are obsessed with New England for some reason. So I'm obsessed with Japan. They just keep going to Cape Cod, so that works out. So the only Menkos I actually found was in a store that I'm not gonna name drop right now because they have an online store, and I'm trying to cut a deal with them right now. I am selfish, I will admit it.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes you got to be if you want that card,
Oh, they had a binder full of 70 like 1970 some Calvies, and it was like 200 yen a card. And I didn't feel like running to the nearest ATM to go get them all, so I'm trying to get my friend to go back there and be like, yeah, can I just have the whole binder for X amount of money? Because that's where I got like the O's, the Nagashimas, Harimotos, and all that for like nothing. And they were like $30 Calvies. But they had Menko packs that I threw away the wrapping, but they were just like resealed packs of like random
Yeah, I think
lots.
you posted those, right?
Yeah, I posted some of them, like the more important
Yeah.
ones, but like,
Yep.
like there's a Giants one of the 500 Giants manga they did.
Yeah,
Like there's so many of them.
like Go Giants Go or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy who tried to sell me a bunch. He's like, I have 1,000 Giants Menko. I'm like, oh, what are they? And they were all like the manga ones. I'm like, leave me alone, please. This one's printed on. Oh wow, I can't do anything. There's the value. It's like on silver
Oh,
cardstock.
yeah,
Yep.
the silver foil.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, there's silver foil, there's gold foil sometimes.
I actually do have one. Well, here's one with gold foil. It's some sort
Nice.
of tokusatsu monster. I'm not certain where he's from. I don't think it's an Ultraman. The back's really cool though, because I mean, it's just fighter planes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Maruta.
gold before. Yeah.
No, I maybe have like 5 different gold ones, and they're always in like terrible shape because it's just
Yeah.
they've been like stuck together, and like that silver and gold foiling or whatever it is just sort of comes off of it.
And then here's one I actually thought was Korean for like a split second because of the one kanji on there. Like just like how round it was.
Yeah.
And then I realized it wasn't. Like this one's a gold foil, and I recognize the character, but I've never actually read that manga.
I'm sorry.
then
Can you
this
show
one's-
us- Yeah. okay.
Does
This
he
one's
have
got-
like big old platform shoes?
Mhm.
This one's got the most unsuspecting back possible. It's just just missiles.
Yeah, that's
On
what
a
I call
cartoon
the
character.
traffic sign. Traffic sign playing card military
Yes.
back.
Yeah, that's the best
That is
name.
the
setup.
greatest catalog you can possibly come up with. And then really most of these were just like there's a couple of cool just tokusatsu ones, like that's obviously some monster from like a Sentai show.
Yep, I've got some of those. Those are awesome. Pachimon?
Here's a off-brand. I think that's an Ultra Q monster. I think that's before Ultraman. So like, and then of course there's just a bunch of Ultraman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some small child cut the corners off of this one. So
I hate when they do that on baseball cards. Ugh.
I always wondered if it was like a kid doing it for some sort of advantage within Menko, or if it was like in an album and it had to get like cut out or something.
Could have
like
been.
that. You know what I mean?
I would kick him out of my Menko league if that gave him an advantage, though.
There you go. Cheaters.
How dare they, those little bastards.
I'm wondering if they do it because the edges, their corners get dinged or something.
True.
Can't get dinged if there's no corners.
That's right. Except that adds 4 more corners.
Doraemon.
But yeah.
Doraemon!
Norimon.
I thought this was a Common Rider card, but apparently this is actually from a separate show involving a mantis creature.
I think I know that one.
Oh, that's cool. So cool.
Does it have a back or no?
Yeah, it's like 2 dice.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
looked up the name and I forgot. It was like something mantis fighter. Because when you translate those tokusatsu names, it all comes out to like Super Defender of the Stars, Ultra Mega.
Yeah.
Which of course
It
I'm
is-
fine with. That makes it sound better.
It takes a long time to figure these out.
That's just a
That's
cool
That's
monster.
Ultraman.
Yeah, that's
if that
definitely.
had a back, it doesn't anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, that's definitely an Ultraman.
I have a gotcha of that alien.
Yeah. Oh, that's Getter. That's Robocon.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
have.
got it's got airplanes again on the back.
It's a silver.
Yeah, it is silver. Well,
Yeah.
it was silver at
Yeah.
one point. It's all just kind of chipped away at some point.
Yeah.
And then over here in my box of things I keep separate, that's where I put the Batman
nice.
that were in there.
What's the back on that one?
Not Spock.
Oh man, I've never seen that back.
That's cool.
That is awesome.
I'm wondering if it was part of one of those bigger sheets where it was like multi, themed.
Could have been, but
Yeah, I think it was on a panel. Yeah.
There's another
Well-
Batman, and it's got a rocket ship
Yeah.
on the back there too.
Mhm.
I call that one Circle Military back.
How many
Yeah.
different Right. This question is for both Mike and Ryan. No, Mike and Mike. How many Batmans do you guys have?
I have these 2, and then I have 3 of those uncut sheets that I showed last
Right,
time.
last
If you want
time.
me to grab it again, I can.
Sure, go for it.
I've
I might have one. or
I've
two.
I have probably like individual cards. I probably have like 40 individual Batman cards.
Now, I'm sorry, Mike. Is this all Batman, or is this just
That's-
variety?
It's
No, that
called it's variety. It's Heroes of Television.
that's
Oh,
a
So you
that's a
get
Karuta set.
Batman,
Yeah.
Ultraman.
There's Ambassador Magma.
Mm.
There's Perman.
Are they?
Ghost Kutaro? As well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's those
All right,
ones.
thank you.
Yeah, I've probably got around 40 or so.
Not a
But I
card,
just-
but I mean,
Yeah.
still
Nice.
What is
Nice
that? Looks
vinyl.
like an album.
Is that a vinyl of like
Yes, it is.
what?
No.
What?
Every opening theme song up until this point, opening and ending,
Oh,
Nice.
you're
Ultra
kidding
cute.
me.
That is so
all
cool.
the way up to I forget which show they're up to here at the end.
That is freaking awesome.
That's so cool.
I had no idea they made vinyl.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gotta get that when I saw that.
That might be my favorite piece. from
That
yours.
is
And
too cool.
then-
Wow.
This is. I don't think the vinyl record's actually still inside of it, which disappointed me. This was actually mislabeled on Yahoo Auctions. It was just labeled as picture, like nothing else, just picture. And
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
it's the O vinyl record, but it feels
It
really thin
is.
compared to the Nagashima.
Oh man.
So I don't know if the record's like I can't feel it in there.
Did they inverse the picture?
It's
It was a lefty.
Oh, well, it's probably just my phone being my phone. Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's.
Hate when it does that.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, and
I
on the
love
subject
those.
of Speed Racer, I was in a secondhand store. It was a hobby off. They had those. What is it called? Taba, where you pull the
Yeah.
So-
Cool. Though.
Yeah, they had a Speed Racer one. It was behind the glass, so they knew what it was. That was about 100 or 10,000 yen, so that's like $80. I don't have that much of an attachment to Speed Racer, but it was the full pack of like this thick, and you pay like 10 yen, you get your little Speed Racer bromide.
Right. Wow.
Here's a championship postcard series. I've kept it sealed. I got this at the same hobby off. This is not the original packaging. They just reseal it like everywhere in Japan. They do it themselves.
Yeah.
So it's got like a bunch of different postcards in there. I'm just gonna keep it like that. Here's
Ooh, I like what's this?
Godo I think it's Mazinger Z or
Yeah. So
Like,
those
no.
Taba packs.
yeah. It's got some of the packs still in there, but I
Yeah.
guess those have been lost to time. And then you just got this giant thick stack of the actual card sheets themselves.
The actual bromides. Yeah. Very cool.
So those cards would go inside the Taba, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The packs.
Yeah.
I love the Taba graphic right there.
So this
It's
was
beautiful.
1,000 yen. So that's like at that
Yeah,
current
$8.
exchange rate, that was like $6. Now it's closer to almost being a 1-to-1. There's that. And then here's the Spider-Man ones that I got more in.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm
Interesting. I haven't
seeing
seen that.
these are now going for like almost $100 each.
Jeez.
Dang.
So it's like, well, I don't really like Spider-Man, that much. But,
Right.
and then these are actually Calbies.
It's more of a cow. Yeah.
Yeah. Mini cards.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay.
I love the monsters from this time period. They're so awesome and ridiculous.
So cool.
I mean, all the 60s, 70s, like tokusatsu, and it's just amazing.
This one's pretty cool. It's his giant robot fighting. I don't know what he's got, but he's got like those. You ever see those like candy cane M&M holders at Christmas?
Right.
Got those for hands.
Right.
Here he is trying his best to swing on the budget that they have.
It literally looks like he was on the steps and he's maybe 2 feet off the ground.
Right.
They got like a little crane, like some guy's just holding the string up there, so you can't hold him for too long. Just another repeat. There's not the pictures on these are recycled, so
Yeah.
to my understanding, Toei Spider-Man was not too popular.
Huh.
It's getting popular here just because people think it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's Spider-Man, so
It's just like it in some ways it's not a knockoff, but it's like a knockoff, but it's like this. It's just unique and different, and people haven't seen it before, and as in any subject matter that is huge and big in the U.S., like a Spider-Man, a Batman, a Superman, or whatever, people see something very unique, like all of those are, and
My
it's
favorite
cool.
story about that is that they showed it to the Marvel executives, like the pilot, and they were all horrified, and then Stan Lee gave it like standing ovation because he was like, "That's amazing." Like they were all like, "No, we don't want to give you the rights if you're going to do this," and he's like, "No, go for it, go for it.
Wow.
Why just make
That's
another
awesome.
Spider-Man shit? Like do whatever you want."
I love it.
Yeah, that
Here's
guy
just
was-
more just Ultraman.
Yep.
Standard
those.
pictures as always.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot of different sets like that with the writing on the front, without the writing on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, different backs and everything. But
Nice.
I actually just yesterday was going through all my Ultraman. Y'all might have seen it on the Discord that I just started posting because I need to start posting more. But I found this guy who has this blog that is literally all it is he goes through and he writes about every single monster from Ultraman, from
Really?
the very original to today. And I'm like, it's a godsend because so many of the cards are just a monster
Mm-hmm.
with no reference to anything, no writing, no nothing. I'm like, is this Godzilla? Is this something else random? Is it Ultraman? Whatever. And he goes through and has a picture and then a name and his like comments as he's watching it. It's great stuff.
And then this I bought literally just to resell because I'm gonna be at that card convention next month, and
Oh yeah.
so this is just a rings. I might keep it because it's cool. It's a 1984 Hulk Hogan Championship match in Japan. It's a ringside ticket.
Oh wow.
And my
That's
nice.
understanding, when it comes to ticket collecting, the better the seat, the more valuable the ticket is.
I
I
would,
would think. Oh
I
yeah.
would grade. I think I would grade that.
I might get it graded. I don't really want to go through PSA just because I don't feel like waiting 7 years to get my thing back.
There's all kinds
But
of other ones out there.
I don't know who else grades tickets though. Does CGS do that?
I think they all do it now.
Really? I might.
I mean,
I might do it
maybe
through
not
them.
all of them, but a lot of them do.
Should be worth a try because CGS has like a 7-day turnaround time. So
Yeah,
and then
That's awesome.
this came in a lot that was actually mislabeled on Mercari. I can't find like amazing lots, but when I do, they're always just like in the wrong category. So this is like one of those Yamakatsu DXs. If I can get
That
that
is awesome.
less glary.
Is it blank back? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Stats and everything on there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Is that like a
Prize
prize card? Yeah. Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know because I have the full set of the Yamakatsu. Well, not the full set. I have a full retail box, and the packs are literally this big.
Hmm.
And then the prize cards are this big.
Oh wow.
So I think these are just what you get in the sealed DX packs. I don't actually know if these are Yamakatsu
Wow.
packs. But, like that's a really cool picture.
That's an
I like
awesome image. That is badass.
Then same stuff. And then this is a children's school folder that was in the same
Nice.
lot.
Nice.
Back's really
Mhm.
cool.
I like that.
Wow.
Everybody on there.
Flamenco
Here's
stuff.
a wrestling magazine that I got.
Oh.
I might keep it. I might try and get it signed actually, because in the inside, if I can.
Do you have
Get it to
stickers or cards for that one?
There's no cards in this
Oh,
one. There is, however, a full-colored picture of Ric Flair inside, like a
Ooh.
poster.
The Nature Boy.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, very cool.
Wow.
Oh, is it fold out?
Yeah, so this looks very suspect if someone's watching the wrestling magazine and this thing pops out.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Ric Flair is actually a cheap autograph. He's like $40, surprisingly sometimes. And he's everywhere, so I might just like show up and be like, yeah, can you just get that for me?
Yeah, I think he's at the end of his life, and so he's
He's got
Just-
so much alimony he has to pay, so.
well, whatever the reason. He's I've heard he's actually a really good guy.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that when he was younger, obviously, like they all are just, like complete jerks, and then as he got older, I guess he got too old to care and is just really nice now. Like, do you follow David Peck on Twitter at all? Like the wrestling card, like,
Oh yeah.
dude?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he like has Ric Flair's phone number, and he'll just text him like pictures of like cards, and Ric Flair always talks to him. But these are the main reason I got the lot. They don't fold out as much as I'd like, but
Oh, is this from
hitting
756?
756.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Kind of want to get them framed and
Oh, definitely.
might
That'd
do
be a great
that.
piece of frame.
And then
That's awesome.
which one's this one? This is 755.
Wow. What is that from Tokyo?
The Hochi Shimbun, so it's not don't know where I think that might be a southern newspaper.
I mean,
If this
obviously it
was
was big
like-
news everywhere, but yeah.
Yeah, if this was like Daily Yomiuri, that'd be like the paper to get.
No.
And then other than that, do I have anything? I might have something in here. Nope. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got, other than a massive amount of figures I'm gonna slowly list on my store for inventory that I've been doing.
Is it Ultraman, or what kind of figures did you buy?
I got a lot of prize figures. I didn't get any Ultraman. Ultraman at this point's like in the glass cases everywhere you go.
Okay.
I got a lot of Dragon Ball stuff.
Well, I'm sorry, by figures. What brands? Do you know what brands?
Oh,
they
I got
are?
a lot of the prize ones from like the arcades, like Bandai, Namco, Band
Yeah.
Presto, like the statues. Then I got like some of these. Like here's Gogeta.
Okay.
Yeah, this was
Nice.
a Japanese only release. I don't think the U.S. ever actually got a figure like this for Gogeta, so I have this. From what I can tell, it's worth like $60 or something.
So you
And
did a bunch
then-
of the capsule machines? Is that what you were doing? The
Oh
capsule
no,
I'm sorry.
the capsule
When you say
machines are-
prize, sorry.
Yeah.
Mike, when you say prize, can you explain what you mean?
oh
yeah,
sure.
what,
So
yeah, what is
that's a prize. You go to the
Oh.
arcade and they
the
have
machines,
those,
yeah.
the UFO
Yeah,
catchers, and you got to
yeah.
try and knock it
okay.
down.
Okay.
Okay.
I won this one myself, so I'm keeping this one because I like Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
But like, if I just go over here, like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
there's people you can see them like, usually late at night. They can win these games in 1 coin. So they'll just go and clear out the arcade, 1 coin, and then they'll go and like to like another store and just sell them back, and they'll get like 300 yen back. So,
Hmm.
I mean, I guess it's a job. I don't know.
Nice side
Hobby.
hustle.
It's a hobby. Side hustle.
Side-
Yeah, there you go.
Side hustle.
You can drive Uber, or you can go do that.
Yeah.
Which one's more fun?
Definitely the arcade. At least for me.
I love browsing Mandarake, but their prices are.
Oh, I went to the Mandrake physical store. No, it was Surugaya. And their physical store like is trash compared to the online store. Like the online store, like it's more money, but the stuff you can find there is so much cooler.
Did you go to Osaka?
Yeah, I was in Osaka for 3 days.
Right. I went to Mandarake in Osaka, and it's like it's like I think I want to say 3 or 4 story, 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's what's.
yeah.
I think I went to both actually.
And that one was hard to find for me. I had a hard time finding that.
Yeah, like well, it doesn't help when like every business is like in a skyscraper,
Yeah.
and you gotta walk. Like you have to go through one store to get to another store to get to another store.
Yeah, and I know it was I don't know, it was hard, it just took me like forever to find it, and labeling it. I don't know, maybe I was just dumb. I don't know, but
Osaka's actually like. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it, but it's a lot more. It's a lot more out there than Tokyo and Chiba are.
yeah, I
Like
Tokyo better.
in Osaka, I just saw dudes pissing on the side of the road. Like, oh, no one cares.
Well, you see that in Korea sometimes too.
And then I booked a hotel in Nanba, and I did not know Nanba was the red light district. Nobody told me that. I did not know they just had a cheaper hotel, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I walk there, and I'm going down a brightly lit street that looks like a million pictures you've seen of Japan, and all of a sudden, I get swarmed by these women who have a job, I guess,
Yes.
and they start grabbing my arm, like literally, like grabbing me, and they're like, Onisan,
Helping you.
Onisan, Onisan. I'm like, what the fuck are you people want? They're like, Ichiman yen, Ichiman yen, Ichiman yen, 10,000 yen, and I'm like, what? Like 1 hour, 10,000 yen. What do you mean 10,000 yen? And they start grabbing me, and at one point, I realize, I'm like, oh, Christ.
You should have asked them, do you have Menko cards? And
They might have thought I was mispronouncing something else at that point. And then at one point I get him away from him. I was like, no, Takai, which is like expensive. You know, that's word for expensive. And they're like, no. Cheap. We are cheap. And I'm just like, that doesn't help. If anything, I don't want you at all now. And then I get into my hotel. And the hotel is this depressingly gray building. And I'm like, oh, people don't stay here long, do they? And I get to the front desk and they're like, oh, you're staying 3 days? And I'm like, yeah. And they give me this look like, really? You're going to be here for 3 days?
You're gonna be very busy.
They're like, yeah, you must be like, this must be like your job. And I'm like, what? So,
All right.
I mean, I have played video games where you're in Osaka, and I didn't realize that entire game was based on Nanba, so next time I go, I'm probably not going to stay there again.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
Oh man.
And it doesn't help that 2 doors down from my hotel, there was this building with no door, but they had curtains. And you could see people's feet, like, underneath these curtains. And you just saw the women go behind the curtain. I'm like, oh, what the hell is going on there? And I looked it up, and I was like, oh, Jesus. Horrible.
I have another card I forgot to show you guys.
Oh please.
I'll do it really quickly. All right, here we go. It is a Nomura card.
Oh, that's where they went.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's cool.
What
It is in the catalog, but I forgot what it is.
I've seen that. Yeah, they have sumo wrestlers. That multi-subject on that one.
is that?
Shonen magazine.
If I try
What
to,
is that like in the other categories, like other candies or other?
what's JBR?
Yeah, that.
I don't know. I think it's a JBR.
Yeah, that's like the other candies section, right, or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I think.
I love this.
Came in a
I think I'm
magazine.
gonna. All right,
Yeah.
you guys. I don't know if you guys know, but I grade Isung Yup right here, the Korean player. I grade all of his cards, but and I had thought about grading all my Nagashimas, but at the prices they are right now, it cost me way too much, and because I would love to slab every single Nagashima that I have, but as I told you guys before, I'm at like 110 different Nagashimas right now, and 110 times 15 is a lot of money. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that, but I do want to find some really cool pieces, and I think I will slab this one because I love this
That's
piece.
one I'd slab. That looked really good in the slab.
And I bought something from Jeff. It has it was like he said it was a label. It was like a tag from a lamp, and it has Nagashima and Shigara, the side armor with the glasses.
Yeah,
they're both on this one piece of this
it's
lamp.
a tag from a lamp.
Or something like that. Yeah, I'm like, wow, that's such a cool piece. And so I want to grade that if I can actually get them.
I think I've seen like another one of those for like Hanshin, the Tigers. Like they just sold I mean back then they were putting baseball players on everything, so
yeah.
There could be
like kimonos.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Bolts of fabric.
I saw Sadahara O belt, like his face was like the belt buckle.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, if you walked up to him wearing that, I think he'd probably run away.
Probably, yeah. That was probably his way of knowing, like, okay, you're a crazy fan. I'm heading out. But if you just search, if you go into Yahoo Auctions or wherever, and you just search Sadahara O or any player just by name, you will see all kinds of stuff that you're like, what is that? You know, it's fabulous. I love it. Love it.
Do you guys have stuff in your already purchased website and gonna request it or to ship later? Do you guys already have some stuff?
Yes,
I got 3.
I have a lot.
I have around 7 or
too much.
Yeah.
I think I've got
Transport Menko.
I've got 8. I've got 8 lots in my current one, but all of them are. It's under 30 days, and I get 45 days.
Cool.
It's probably next week. I think I'll probably put it in to send it. So,
Mike, do you use Bai? Is that what you use?
I use One Maps.
You
It used to be called From Japan, but yeah,
Okay.
I went back and looked again after our last conversation just to kind of compare. Like, and they're all basically kind of the same. There's from a cost perspective. I don't know about shipping. I mean, obviously, I assume their shipping's probably pretty close, just based on weight or size. But
yeah.
Have you guys requested shipping within the past 3 weeks? Have you noticed if shipping went up at all?
The only thing I noticed that EMS used to say like it was delayed due to COVID, and now EMS is no longer delayed.
Yeah.
But I still paid like $70 in shipping for what I considered to not be a very heavy package. Considering that I've spent 150 through UPS for 96 pounds.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, from Japan? 196 pounds from Japan?
It was a 96-pound package, and I paid like 150. But like this was the box from EMS, and
look at you, Dan.
There's really not much in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be dimensions more than anything, but that's awesome, Dan.
Most of the cards I showed you today were from here.
From the green envelope.
Yeah. I will check these one more time because there was one time where I almost threw one out and they had a card in there.
Oh man, yeah, don't do that.
They actually put like everything you buy in the green envelope.
Yeah, every auction. Most of them, 90% of the time, they go in a green envelope. Sometimes they don't.
This is what Zen Market just in a bag.
Oh, and then they put a barcode on it.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. One map is very similar. It's well, it obviously depends on what they get from the sellers. Like I've had situations where, especially when I'm buying a big lot, in particular, like that seller sends it in some cardboard box. And so they just send that to me.
I've had that before.
Kind of a thing. But if it comes to them loose in some way, shape, or form, even if they're individual cards that are put into a sleeve or the equivalent thereof, they then take those and put those in their own thing with a barcode because it sits in their warehouse shelf for however long. I leave it there and then they can just scan it and go. So it just no different than an envelope. It's just clear plastic bags. So yeah.
Zen Market's they're really friendly generous with tape to a point where it's annoying. Like this was so wrapped up so well, and I'm like, well, I know the guy who bought it from Japan didn't do that.
Yeah.
Because he charged me free shipping, so I don't think he was willing to give me that much tape. Like I had to, like ever so carefully with a razor blade, just cut it and hope I didn't damage anything because it was so taped up.
Yeah, I had to upgrade my razor blade like a few months ago, or just for opening packages coming from Japan because I'm very thankful. I'm like, thank you for it's overkill in many ways sometimes, but I'd much rather that than just a bunch of loose stuff bouncing around in a box or something like that. So they
struggling on my YouTube channel a lot.
Yeah, you're
that's worse than like fumbling with cutting stuff open.
Yeah, it's honestly it's a good sign though, because if you're dealing with someone who doesn't do that, then you should probably switch it up.
I've never had any damaged auctions for the hundreds of auctions I've won.
I've had one time where I bought some and I really don't like buying uncut sheets just in general, just because I tend to like more individual cards. I don't have a problem, but and I would buy them locally without any problem. But the older ones in particular, and I'm thinking not so much like an uncut sheet of just like baseball cards or something like that. I'm thinking more of the old die cut sets where they're perforated from the manufacturer's sheet. That when they came from the manufacturer, they were fine, but now they're brittle. So I had one time where the seller sold them totally, absolutely great condition. They got to One Map's warehouse and they communicated with me like, this is what we got. This does not look right. Do you want us to send it back to because two of the sheets just completely got torn up to where and I said, I only spent like, I think 1,000 yen on the thing. So I was like, nah, just send it. It's fine.
They'll actually like send it back to them and like get your money back.
They said that they would. They said yes, they would. Yes, they said that they would because of their policy. They have a specific policy that if what they receive is not what you purchased, and I think it's purely up to their discretion. Like I have no idea what they get. Like they could have not said anything to me and sent it to me, and I wouldn't have known if it happened in transit from the seller to them or them to me, and I wouldn't know the difference. But they were really great about saying, this is what we have, and are you okay with this? Because they'll look at the listing, and when they get it in and they check it in, they look to see that they have it.
Zen Market would never.
Mr. Mike, I have a question. Regarding when they check it for you and tell you it's not what you purchased, on Buyee, if you don't choose the option for them to do that and they receive something that you didn't buy, you don't have you can't do anything about it. Now, does One Map's have like a. Have you used Buy?
I've never. I've only used one map. I've never used Buy.
Okay, so on Buy, you can like there's like a drop down thing when before you purchase something, there'll be a drop down saying, okay, do you want the 500 yen insurance coverage? Or they'll do everything for you. But if you and then they'll have another like 300 options saying, okay, we'll look at the item to make sure it's okay. But then there's a 0 option, which I always choose because I've never received anything that I didn't purchase. But I think if I don't choose the full insurance, whatever I get from them is too bad, so sad. I can't do anything about it unless I choose that like $500 fee option, 501. Yeah.
So one map doesn't give you any options. There is no option for no fee. Like you have to pay if you buy something through them. No matter what you buy, you have to pay them.
That's in Buy, that's called the buyer fee.
Okay, gotcha. But one map literally has one fee and one fee only, and it's 300 yen per purchase, no matter what you buy. You spend 1,000,000 yen on something, they're going to charge you 300 yen. You spend 1 yen,
and you get that, 300 yen. And you get that coverage.
Yeah, and you get coverage. They have a few little caveats, like there's a few things, like if there's certain words in a description that list, like contraband or oil or what. There's like certain things that kind of show up every now and then if it's in the description that they won't cover that. But no, other than that, and it's literally that I don't pay them anything other than, so I pay whatever the seller sells it for, 300 yen. Then on top of that goes to one map, and then whatever I pay for shipping,
right, okay,
which goes to one map, but they're paying for the shipping. So I mean, it's if they're marking that up, I don't know. I don't think so, but that I'm wondering how they make money. But I guess they do enough volume. It's fine.
Enough volume at 300 yen.
Yeah. So
I told you guys about the Gotcha Man figures I have for Ultraman. I have them all in Ziploc bags, and there were waves. There were like I have like 50 different Ziploc bags. I'm saying a number 50, so maybe there were 50 different waves of the Gotcha Man things and the Gotcha Man things. So this is wave number 17. And each of these waves comes with those little booklets I showed you that come out, and it shows you their figure and their name. So there's like 5 or 6 figures. So this is wave number 17. So I have each of them bagged up. So here's an Ultraman. Then there's this this bad guy. I don't know if you ever watched Ultraman.
Oh yeah, that's Twin Tail. Yeah, on the left is Twin Tail. It looks like this upside down lobster crawfish. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah. There's that bad guy. Or actually, this has 2 Ultramans. I'm not sure who the blue guy is. I never watched Ultraman past the main.
There is no blue Ultraman. It's just a knockoff, random other color.
I'm not sure. Okay.
There's a series where he's blue.
Is there?
It's from like 2000 and.
Yeah, I was to say from that era. No, yeah, from the modern stuff. Unless it's trying to be a modern
original.
No.
Then there's this. Trying to get his face in there. This bad guy.
Yeah, those are all. So they're called kaiju, I think. Is that how you say it? Kaiju are all the monsters in Ultraman.
Kaiju is just a generic Japanese term for big monster.
Right. Yeah. But there's also, is it Pachimon? Is that Pachimon? Pachimon. I've seen that one too, like for just generic monsters.
It might be one. Like maybe like mini monster.
Something. I have like a series of Menko cards that are just called Pachimon monsters or whatever. But
how many figures are in each of those bags, Dan?
5 to 6.
5 to 6.
That's each wave that you were talking about.
Yeah, this is wave 12. I'm sorry, 12. But yeah, so each of these, and I have up to 50 waves.
Holy cow!
And
what?
This is number 50. The guys are actually bigger. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the exact thing, but so this has 2. Yeah. Actually, this guy looks like a bad guy. Just it's hard to see him in the bags, but yeah. So this box is heavy.
No doubt.
50 waves in there.
Seriously. Oh man, that's
all
awesome.
Right, guys.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Aside from our pickups, I wasn't sure what else we would have wanted to talk about.
Was there a question in the chat earlier or something like that? I thought that someone had it.
Yeah, Mark had asked us do you guys collect anything other than Menkos
As Japanese wise, or
or anything?
in,
Could be like American cards or whatever.
Phillies cards for baseball and Japanese players, the modern Japanese cards like BBM and whatnot, and
Okay.
then you probably blocking it. But I've actually been collecting military stuff longer than I've been collecting cards, so I got some of that on my shelf. You can't really see it from here. That was my main thing for since 2011.
Okay.
Cards are cheaper than military antiques, surprisingly.
Yes. Well, depends on which card, but yes.
People
Yeah,
also don't look at you funny when you say you collect cards.
They look at you funny if you collect military stuff.
Oh yeah,
Really?
they get really angry.
Maybe younger people. I don't know. I mean, that was like.
I thought it would be opposite, and I thought it would be.
I would
So
think they'd be
like,
like,
if you
"Oh,
can
that's
see
totally
that
normal."
magazine up there,
Mhm.
that's a 1943 Japanese magazine. So obviously that's a Japanese military magazine.
Right.
I've had people get like really upset that I own that.
What?
And I'm like, first of all, it was 80 years ago. Second of all, get a hobby, go outside, do something with yourself. Like, why are you getting mad at me?
Right.
And it's like, it's
For-
cool. It's like their equivalent of
Yeah.
Life magazine or Time
Yeah.
magazine.
For a certain generation, though, I can see how that would be.
Yeah.
I've
a
talked
touch.
to like a lot
touchy
of like
point. I don't know.
vets, and a lot of them are just like, "Hey, I was there, I did my job, they did theirs." But then I find that like the kids of like the veterans, in my experience, are just angry to like a weird degree, I guess. I don't know. Like, I got German military spoons that I got at like a Goodwill. That was literally sitting there with like the regular spoons, and someone's like, "Why do you have those? They're haunted. That's bad." And I'm like, "Cause it's a funny spoon to have, and it's funny that it was in the Goodwill silverware tray." Like the
Yeah.
fact that got donated, it made it through inspection, and they put it out on the floor. Like that in itself makes it worth the $1 I
Yeah.
paid.
I don't think Goodwill inspection's all that great. You could find all kinds of great stuff in Goodwill.
Oh yeah, I've found crazy stuff there before, but sometimes the ones here, the people in the back are making sure the good stuff doesn't go out at these ones here in Pennsylvania.
They should, because they can make more money for Goodwill.
Oh, I can't get mad because if I was there, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah. Sure.
If I saw anybody complaining about military stuff, it was always somebody who owned Nazi paraphernalia.
Hmm.
I mean, I get it.
I mean, I got some, but it's like, it's byproduct of collecting it. So I mean, it's not like my entire room's head to toe. Yeah, like that. I mean, if my room was like that, and I'd be like, "Why are you mad at me?" I'd be like, then they'd kind of have a case there.
You know, it's actually very random that I actually have some Menko that the backs
The Manji?
it's a Nazi officer.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
The Menko. Like it's just in like, and it's not even like something from like the 40s. It's like the 60s and 70s.
There's a show. I think I have a couple.
Yeah.
This guy gets powers using like ancient World War II German technology, and they have like the evil German officer in it.
Well, so there's a very, very, very significant connection between obviously World War II and what happens thereafter with Japanese culture and pop culture, and I mean, and there's I think it's actually like most of the early like tokusatsu's, even anime or whatever, like so much of it was the enemy was like Nazi scientists who they're bad, even like maybe Kamen Rider. I can't. There's like their bad, horrible scientific experiments led to this thing that we now have to fight or whatever. Like it's a very common thing where they're the enemy or the cause of something that happened, their technologies or their whatever. And so it's a very common thing that you see, but it's not in that they're not glorifying it and they're saying that that's what happens when bad people are allowed to do bad things. This is what happens. And so it's the fighting of that. And so it's a very common thing, but it's just, I mean, the first time I saw one like a year ago, whatever, I was like, whoa, like what is that? I was not expecting, but it's not because they were glorifying. It was something from a show or from a situation that, you would, if you were aware of it at the time when this came out, that's what you would know it to be. Not oh,
Yeah.
we're now fans of that or whatever. But it's a
funny you should
big-
mention that. And in KinikoMan, there's a character called Blocken Jr., and he happens to look like this.
Like a German officer.
Yeah.
Yep. No,
And
they're
you can't really tell.
they're the enemy.
I have a bigger figure of him, and I think you can tell. What was the squad that they had? That was the SS squad, right?
The SS, yeah.
Yeah, I think he has like an SS thing on there or something. And
It's way different in Japan though. Like you'll see people in Akihabara, and I've seen it in full SS uniform, and nobody there cares.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure they don't mean what If you go to New Jersey or whatever, and you see a guy walking around like that, he's probably not very nice. But it's like it's just different. They don't see it the same way somehow. I don't really get it. I'm not gonna go walk up to them and be like, "So, what's that on your head? Why you got that there?"
Yeah, best not to worry about it. So Ryan, other than obviously a massive amount of sumo and yards of cloth, do you collect other things? I feel like you do. I know, and we talked about before trains and some other things, but
you collect your trains?
We're like
the train card,
the train card, Menko
the transport stuff.
Yeah.
I'll have to send you those because I have.
Yeah, I mean, other than just different Japanese cards, when I was living in Germany, I was collecting old German tobacco cards.
I got 2 books of those. Those are really cool.
Yeah, those are pretty fun, and they were.
You glue them in the album. Like those.
Yeah, some were in the albums. Some of them are just in loose packs that you would buy.
Are they tobacco cards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you would buy packs of tobacco, and then I think you would. After you bought so many packs, you could send them in and exchange them for cards, and they had different series. There was.
Do you have the ones that are like just little squares? Like they're not like what we think, like like this, like tobacco cards.
I've got a bunch here. I mean, and they're super cheap. They're
How about we show those next time instead of
I'll show them next time, but just for where they're just like these little tiny.
Yeah.
You can see the gold.
Yeah, the German market for collectibles, right after the turn of the early 1900s. So there's tobacco cards. I collect chocolate cards, which is so it's called Stolwerk was the company, and they made like 5,000 different cards, and they would go into albums, and they sold them in their chocolate. And so so German chocolate cards or whatever. So, but the German market has a lot more from that era than you would ever imagine.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty significant.
I got a bunch of their catalogs. I'll show them next time. But I went to a couple of shows there and met with some of the authors of catalogs of the books.
Oh really? Wow.
The German tobacco catalog,
nice.
Where they catalog everything. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
I think I'm going to be spending the rest of the day updating my Nagashima blog and updating the small ones, making them smaller so I know I'm missing them. So that's what my plan is for us of the day as far as
awesome.
Stuff goes.
Sweet, man. Cool.
All right. So how about we plan for maybe in another month or whenever you guys want to, when we're convenient and have more stuff to share.
I love it.
All right, guys.
I would be happy to do it again. It's been fun, guys. As always.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Mark said, "Cool guys, cool stuff, guys." Thanks.
Oh, hey, and by the way, thanks to people who are watching. That's
thanks, Dan. Thanks for.
I'm surprised. It's awesome.
Mickey actually had this question. So that one guy was a mantis shrimp. That Mike, when he shared your Calbee.
Yeah, when I googled him, I think he was supposed to be like a mutated alien mantis shrimp.
Okay.
That's awesome. I mean,
mantis shrimps are awesome. Yeah.
You can't write that. Actually, someone did, but that's awesome. Man,
he's always there.
It is. I've seen it before, and I'm trying to remember what that is from. Man,
I thought it was like Ultraman when I got it, and it's from like an Ultraman like knockoff from like a couple years later.
Wow,
might be 80s actually.
Love it.
Alrighty, so it's April 16th, so sometime in maybe mid-May or late May, whenever we feel like, or maybe even sooner. Whenever you guys want to do it, just let me know.
Awesome.
And I'll be annoying you guys in about a month from now. When are we going to do our next show? When are we going to do our next show?
Okay. Works for me.
I'm good
awesome, bud.
All right, you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.